the service of Yahweh. But into the second went the high priest alone once every year, not without blood, which he offered for himself and for the errors of the people. The Holy Spirit, this signifying that the way into the holiest of all was not yet made manifest, while as the first tabernacle was yet standing, which was a figure for the time then present, in which were offered both gifts and sacrifices that could not make him that did the service perfect, as pertaining to the conscience, which stood only in meats and drinks, and divers washings and carnal ordinances imposed on them until the time of reformation.
Right, because there was a ritual. So when you brought your lamb, you brought your goat, you brought your sacrifice, there was a whole ritual behind it. All right. Now the scripture said it didn't bring perfection though. All right, and then it said it was a carnal ordinance. All right, but Yahawashi, with his bloodshed, he's going to bring perfection. Go ahead.
Yeah, verse 11. It says, but Yahawashi, being come in the high priest of good things to come, by a greater and more perfect tabernacle, not made with hands, that is to say, not of this building, neither by the blood of goats and calves, but by his own blood, he entered in once into the holy place, having ordained eternal redemption for us. For if the blood of bulls and goats, and the ashes of an heifer, sprinkling the unclean, sanctified to the purifying of the flesh, how much more shall the blood of Hamashiach, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without spot to the Most High, purge your conscience from dead works to serve the living power.
Right, that's how we able to serve Yahawashi. That's how we able to be made a nation of kings and priests. That's how we able to call ourselves priests. Why? Because through Yahawashi, man. All right? Because he purged us of our iniquity. All right? Everything that we've done in this life and in the past lives, it's all cleaned up, man. The Most High doesn't see it. All right? Why? Because Yahawashi blood covers it. All right?
Bring out one more. Yeah, and on the last part of that scripture in verse 14, it says, "Purge your conscience from the dead works to the service of the living power." Yeah, that's right. That's what Yahawashi did, man. He purged our conscience because we're in the same likewise mind as him now. You know, which Yahawashi is the word. You know, so we have these words in our mind, you know, which help us, you know, keep us on that straight and narrow path. You know?
Right. That's right.
He purged our conscience.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You know, and the reason why I say that,
we say this though, the purging of your conscience is you not dwelling on your past sins as well. You know, because the scripture says that. It says, let not your sins weigh you down. The only way we able to not let our sins weigh us down is by the blood of Yahawashi. Without the blood of Yahawashi, our sins will weigh us down. You know, even though you did it and you know you did it, and you so-called got away with it, nobody seen you, nobody put you to death. You like, you know, if we ain't have the blood of Yahawashi, you be like, damn. You know, like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I'm fucked up. You know, you let them demons get on you. But Yahawashi's blood, it's like, you know, I did it. I'm gonna pray to Yahawashi, and I'm gonna be forgiven. And the Lord will, the Most High have mercy on me, man. You know, and that's the purging of our conscience, man. You know, not dwelling on the times past, not dwelling on the sins of old, man. You know. Go ahead.
This is 1 John 1:7. It says, "But if we walk in the light, as He is in the light, we have fellowship one with another, and the blood of Yahawashi Hamashiach, His Son, cleanseth us from all sin." You know, just harping on the point that the brother was making. That blood that was shed is meant to cleanse us. You know? Right. And you gotta have faith in that. You gotta believe it. Because it's a scripture. Your conscience, you can't let it condemn you or something like that. Yeah, God. And just ultimately believing that the Lord did that for us. You know.
I got something for you. This is Jude 24.
This is Jude 1 and 24. Now unto him that is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy. And you know, us being exceeding joy in front of Yahawashi is because we're going to be faultless, man. You're going to be you ain't going to have blemish, you know?
It's a clean slate.
Clean
it's
slate.
A start over, man.
Right.
And that's how you know that's how you know the white man fucking devil. Cause that just got you put in a little thing for expungement for your record and shit. Here they send you a letter back. I got a letter back saying, oh yeah, get back with us in the year 2025. You know what I'm saying? To get my shit expunged. You know, here it is. The Lord tell you, listen, have faith in me, believe on me, and that's it. It's you're clean slate. You know what I'm saying? This fucking man, that's how you know Esau, this fucking white man's a fucking devil.
Yeah, he's unjust.
Unjust.
He's not.
Exactly.
He shows no mercy. You know, remember the scripture says what? That he said he's not satisfied with blood. He wants your organs. He wants your eye. He wants your spirit. He wants your heritage.
He wants your skin.
He wants everything. You know, a simple sorry is not good enough. You know, and the court system is the worst, man. You know, you go into court and you can plead, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Well, we sent you the papers, got it in the mail, you said you was gonna comply, we don't wanna hear it, lock them up.
We don't give a fuck about you or your situation.
Nah.
Or what you going through. We don't care.
Nope.
Simple as that.
Especially Jake.
Real quick. Baruch. This Baruch, chapter 4, verse 28. It says, for as it was your mind to go astray from Yahweh, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. You know? So harping back on the point of our conscience, you know, Yahawashi purging our consciousness, you know, and now that we're returned back unto the Heavenly Father through Yahawashi, you know, seek the Lord 10 times more, you know, seek Yahawashi 10 times more, you know, because He is merciful. Don't try to build yourself up in this kingdom, man, knowing that Esau has no mercy, you know, and even if you do get to some type of stature, these devils are still gonna be over. You know, we don't want to be equal to the so-called white man. We want to be above him, man. That's how the Lord made it to be. You know?
That's right.
This is James 2 and 13. It says, for he shall have judgment without mercy that have showed no mercy.
Right.
And mercy rejoiceth against judgment. You know, Esau, you don't want to give us mercy, man. The Most High is not going to have mercy on you.
That was James 2? Can you go to 5? No, start, just go to 5 and go down to 6 and read up to 6. Read down to 6.
James 2 and 5, it says, hearken, my beloved brethren, have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom, which He hath promised to them that love Him?
Yeah, He chosen the poor of this world, man. So you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to wake the hell up. Because the Most High chosen you, idiots, to be the chosen people of Him. Because you are special people unto Him, man. You're the only people that actually could have nothing and turn it into something, you know?
With value.
Yeah, with value, you know?
Literally, you got little young children inventing stuff, man.
Yeah.
Little inventors, you know?
Oh, Salah. No, but there was Salah. Before you go, there's an engineer out in Africa where he's taking feces from the cows and horses and then turning it into clean, reusable energy. It goes to show you the white man ain't nothing, man. Yep.
Yeah, it says, but ye have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you?
Yeah, do not the rich, do not Esau oppress you in these. Okay, it's gonna say it.
Yeah, it says, but ye have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you and draw you before the judgment seats?
Right. You know, the brother's talking about his expungement. He's trying to get his thing going. You know, trying to take those steps to have a clean record. But Esau's like, oh, get back to us in 2 years. That's oppression, man. He's trying to get some type of good job. You know, according to this society, and what's Esau doing? Holding him up 2 years, 2 whole years, just so you get something expunged off his thing. Man, that's oppression, man. You Negroes, man, you gotta wake the hell up, man.
hey, America's about to go down, man. You know, your brothers is, you know, I be fearing, you know, when brothers be speaking, man, it make me, you know, make me want to pray and fast. I be going, you know, hey, man, this is the time to wake the hell up and get up off that chair, that couch, that television you watching. You need to come out here, man, and start listening and start working up to build up your teaching so you can come out here and push and then wake up the elect also with us, man. You got something else?
Yeah, Con. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 36. It says, as it is written, Con. You know what? I'll start at verse 35. It says, who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword? As it is written, for thy sake, we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all things, we are more than conquerors through him that loved us.
Right, it says, as it is written. Hey, man, it goes to show you that everything's already predestinated, you know? As it is written. I'll read that again, Salak, brother.
Romans chapter 8, verse 36. As it is written, for thy sake, we are killed all the day long.
Right, as it is written, for we are killed all the day long. You know, we're out here sweating, you know, working our butts off just to get a couple pennies to put together to turn into $1 to pay for rent. And you know, we're being killed all the day long, man. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, it says we are accounted as sheep for the slaughter.
Right, we're accounted as sheep for the slaughter. You know, these Negroes out here being slain down like they ain't nothing, man. These Negroes are, man, there's every week there's always a Negro. Oh, someone got shot. Oh, someone got pulled out of a car. You know, or something. You don't see Asians, you don't see East Indians, you don't see any other nation but Negroes, man, because it's all going to start with the Negroes and it's going to trickle down to you Latinos, and you Latinos is getting it too. It's just not being publicized just as much as Negroes, man, because they pushing for race wars, you idiots, man. You guys got to wake up, man. You got to see the spiritual connection, man. You know, you got to pray for that.
Yeah, if I may add, you know, it says we are killed all the day long. And that goes, you know, that's not just talking about, you know, Jake getting shot down in the street. You know, we're dying right now by just breathing in this air. You know, by standing on this concrete.
Food.
Yeah, the food. You know, here it is. You got places like Shake Shack. Man, they just serving up poison to our people, man. You know, and Jake just buying. You know, the scriptures say what about Esau? He is as death. So what is his kingdom going to be as? Death, man. This whole kingdom, yeah, he is the border of wickedness, man. This society, that's why the scriptures say, arise ye and depart, man. If we live here any longer, we're gonna die, man. That's why that's why we're doing the work of the Lord, to wake up the elect, man. We're ready to get the hell up out of here, man.
Yeah, the scripture says what? Except those days be shortened, no flesh shall be saved, but those days shall be shortened for the elect's sake. All right?
Yeah.
So, hey, man, because we dying out here, man.
That's right.
You know? But, you know, it's crazy because it's fucked up. You know? Hey, man. Of course, Esau's the devil. You know, he's the cancer of the earth. You know, you got niggas out there on the radio, you know, on TV, acting like they got it. You know, acting like they balling and shit. You know? Niggas are dying.
Yeah. Go back to those sealed houses.
Yeah.
Why this house lay desolate, man?
Yeah.
Y'all chilling while niggas is just dying. Your nation is going down.
There's no... Yeah, the water Yahawashi shot for the understanding of what's going on, man.
That's right, yeah.
Because if you don't understand what's going on, man, you catch a body out slocking. You catch a couple, you catch some bodies out this motherfucker, man. Niggas will die out here, man. You know? The men of the Lord. You know, the scriptures say that, man, about David and his men. You know, how they were in distress, you know, in debt.
Yeah, in debt. Yeah, they was in debt. Yeah.
And then later on, it talked about how when they was on the run from, what was his son's name? The one that tried to kill him.
Absalom?
I think it was Absalom, right? And when Absalom was on the chase, he said, And he consulted with the man. He said, should we go chase him? Should we go get him? He said, you better remember that your father's they're chained in the spirit, as if a bear, as a mother bear, a she bear lost her whelps. So the men of the Lord react as a mother bear losing her cubs. That's how the men of the Lord are, man. Scripture say what? The saints shall meditate terror, man. That's talking about the elect, because the 2/3 ain't meditating no terror. You know, Jake ain't out here meditating terror, man. You know, hey, Prodigy died. I played that fucking song. We wanna kill you. That's right. I just kept singing that shit all week. Why? Because I want to kill Edomite, man.
Right? Yo,
straight up. Yeah, man. Straight up. Or 2/3. Yo, man. Hell yeah. All of them. Everybody that's up against this word. Everybody that's up against this building being built.
right.
Hey, man, the Most High got something for you, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And yeah, when that spirit hits you, man,
It's over.
it's over, man.
It's over, man.
And you know, that spirit hits you, you ain't thinking about the consequences of nothing. This is all Yahawashi energy. It's gonna get you, man. All the scoffers, all the scorners, the Edomites, the Lord said he's gonna put his spirit in us.
Hell yeah.
Well, wait till that happens, man. The Lord only give us a little portion of the spirit. We're coming out here, pushing the word, but the spirit's gonna be on us heavy even in the times of trouble.
Yeah, because like you said, the Most High gonna put his spirit on us. Because his anger is, just like the scripture said, his mind is not, his ways are not our ways. So his anger ain't our anger. We call ourselves being angry. Because think about it. Ezekiel 9:4 says what? Slay utterly old and young, maids, handmaids, little children, babes, all that. I can't kill no Jake baby as of right now. You know, but once that spirit come up on the men of the Lord, hey, Jake babies is they're gonna get killed. You know? Yeah. The scripture says what? Whoever perished being innocent.
That's right.
So there's justification in the death. All right?
Good precept.
In the killings, if you will. You know, go ahead.
1 Peter 4:17, it says, "For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be for them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua?"
Sheesh.
Oh man, so
Hey, verse. Go ahead.
okay, so that goes to show you that Nate and all these other false prophets, man, they're gonna get it first, man. They're gonna get it first and the worst, man. And it's gonna be set an example, you know, for all the rest of the people that obeyed, and they're gonna be fearing and trying to run from the vengeance of the Lord, man. But they ain't, hey man, the Lord don't miss. The angels don't miss at all.
Yeah, that's right.
Verse 18, "And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing, as unto a faithful creator."
Break it down.
Right, Carl, I mean, you pretty much went into it. You know, if the Lord gonna start judgment with Israel, you know, how much more to these fucking heathens, and to that chief wicked one, the border of wickedness, Esau, these Edomites, how much more to you? You know, it's coming. You know, though it tarry, wait for it, because it's gonna happen. You know, to you Rothschilds, you Rockefellers, you DuPonts. You know, that's who that. When the chariots come, when the Lord come, when Jerusalem, when the kingdom come off them chariots, when the elect come down, guess who we coming for? We coming for you. Though you dig into the ground, you know, dig into the hole.
Isaiah 2:19.
You're con. Get it?
Yeah, is it 2?
I got something really fast. This is Jeremiah 8:11. "For they have healed the hurt of the daughter and the daughter of my people." Slightly saying peace, peace, when there is no peace. So you know these pastors, you know, Nate and them putting peace out there, Esau putting peace out there, but there ain't no peace, man. We letting you guys know that there is no peace, and there seems like there's peace going on right now, but you know there's more racism than ever, man. You know Trump, they pushing, the media is pushing for all of this, and it's blatantly YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all these social media accounts are showing you that there is no peace going on.
Right. Scripture say, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction. And also, too, the scripture says what? It says, there's no peace unto the wicked, saith the Lord. You know, so the wicked ain't never going to see peace. All right? Well, you know, that's another thing, too, that cuts that whole concept of Esau ain't going to be done away with. You know? Because if Esau's the wicked, right? And it's never going. That shows like this. You got to get rid of Esau for it to be complete peace on earth. You know.
It's a book dedicated to Saint Obadiah goes into that. That's what, you know, Esau gonna be done away with.
Right. Let the brother bring the scripture.
It is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 19. It says, "And they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth for the fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth. And in that day a man shall cast his idols, a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made each one of himself to worship, to the moles of the bats." Yeah, that was the point though. That was the point. It says they shall hide in the earth, you know, and hide in the holes, you know, because Esau they came up with this thing called dumb bases, deep underground military bases, you know, because they think that they're gonna escape the judgment of the Lord, you know.
It is that old saying, you can run but you can't hide. Yeah.
Well, they're going to escape. That's why they're going to be the first batch of slavery,
Yep,
man.
that's right. But you can run but you can't
That's
hide.
right. You going to run, but you ain't going to hide.
You know, after that great slaughter comes, you know, after them missiles hit, you know, like I said, you know, we coming off, Lord willing, you know, brothers is coming off the chariots and coming looking for them. We ain't gonna even look, we gonna know where you at.
We're gonna have that X-ray
Hey,
vision.
God, we gonna know where you at. You know what I'm saying? So, as Isaiah just so good.
This is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. "Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of every holes of the rocks." You know, like we just read, you know, because they gonna try to hide, you know, but like the brother said, you can run, but you can't hide, Esau. You can run, but you can't hide.
And the first part of that prophecy is taking place right now. So all we waiting for is the second half, baby. You know, we waiting for second half. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be alright. You know, all through the spirit and power. Yahawashi,
Right.
but of course,
Yeah.
you know, that's what brothers is waiting for. That is the patience of the
Yeah,
faith
Revelation
of the saints.
13, 9 and 10.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Done. This is Revelation 13. Revelation 13 and 9. It says, "If any man have an ear, let him hear." Verse 10. "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints." That's perfect balance. That's perfect balance. The false balance is an abomination to the Lord. You know, you reap what you sow, man.
Yeah.
It's a cause and effect place we live in. You know, and it's beautiful. You know, that's what we're patiently waiting for. That's what we have faith in. You know, these prophecies, man. Cause you ain't got nothing else.
Right.
Jake won't fucking sell out, man. Hey, look, you ain't getting nothing here but crumbs, bro. Nothing but fucking crumbs. And then to get those crumbs, you gotta fucking do all types of wicked, perverse shit. These fucking devils are fucking disgusting and trifling, man. And to get that shit, you gotta do some wild shit. And hey, listen, hey, you come over here, we ain't bowing down to it. We gonna die for this. Lord wills, you know, Lord willing, Yahawashi put the spirit on us to die for this, man.
Right,
And
man.
if you do have some manager position, what you got to do? You got to fire people that necessarily can't. That you know, you got to fire people. Let's just put it like that, man. And it hurts to fire somebody that you know needs the job. You know, you got Issachar doing well, or you know, Jake doing well, but you know, the other guy, your boss said, yo, you gotta make cuts. You gotta start cutting.
Do it.
So you gotta start cutting people. So hey man, you know, you having that high position, making $32 an hour or whatever, you know, you guys, hey man, there's something in there that, you know, that ain't, you know, it don't feel right when you gotta cut somebody off from work, you know?
Got some. This is Daniel 7 and 18. It says, "But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever." You know, straight, simple and plain. For the patience and faith of the saints is that he that leadeth in the captivity shall go into captivity. And those same saints that are going to be that are going to lead them into captivity, who took them into captivity, they're going to take the kingdom by force and possess the kingdom forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, because the scripture says when he's about to fill his belly, you know, we're going to bust open that door like a raid. You know, while he's sitting at his dinner table, we're going to flip it over and we're going to take that. Man, I'm taking everything, man. You know, like Big L even said, even the Lent, you know, I'm taking, you know, we taking everything, man. You know, we throwing things over, anything that ain't right, we burning it, man.
Like how Yahawashi, yeah, that's right. And as a matter of fact, let's get that. That's Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter. You know, anything that ain't right, we burning it. That's right. You know? Go ahead, bring it out. Job 20 though.
Job 20. Job 20, I'm gonna start at 5. It says, no, 4. It says, "Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth,
7.
that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet
That's
he's
pride. You know, Esau in his pride, man. You know, because that's why he said, what's the scripture say? She sitteth as a queen and saying, I shall be no widow. Yep. Keep going.
trust in his military.
Yep.
It says, "Yet he shall perish forever, like his own dung.
That's right. Go ahead.
They which have seen him shall say, Where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea."
Right. Because you know what? Because that shows there's not going to be no more remembrance of him. There's not going to be a monument to say, look, these are the Edomites. You know? After 1,000 years, we're gonna exterminate the so-called white man, baby.
Yeah, no thought of his creation is going to exist.
Nope.
He's going to be as a dream. Because, you know, you ever forget about a dream? Like, damn, I forgot what I dreamed about.
That's right.
He's going to be as a dream, man. Gone.
Yep.
Perishing away like his own dung.
That's right.
You don't think about the shit you took yesterday.
What? And not only that, but dung is biodegradable. It just seeps into the earth and it just, you know, it goes along with
into the earth.
It goes back into the earth. That's it.
Yeah. And that's how his rulership is.
Yeah.
His rulership, he was in rulership all this time, and there's not going to be a memory of it.
Nope. Well, the memory is going to be how the scriptures go into satires and foul beasts. You know, that's going to be this desert. You know, there's going to be a memory of his rulership. You know, that's why the scripture says he's going to be known as the border of wickedness, man. That's it. You know, but as far as a monument, because when you go into, that's why the scriptures talk about mountains are symbolic to governments, because it's like, for instance, you got Mount Hebron. Mount Hebron is in Jerusalem. All right, you got these different mountains. When you go into the scriptures, every nation had like a specific mountain that they would have, and then dealing with Israel, the chief priest or the chief ruler will go to that top of the mountain and speak to the people. Esau doesn't have a mountain. You know, he has. He doesn't have a mountain. That, when you really think about it, right? One would say, oh, he has Mount Seir. Well, if you go into the history and the research, Mount Seir actually belongs to the Canaanites. The original Amalekites was Canaanites. You know, even though he did have a son, there was one of his grandsons was Amalek, but the first Amalekites were Canaanites, man. Esau doesn't have a heritage. He doesn't have a monument. He doesn't have a mountain. He doesn't have a lot. He's a fucking vagabond, man. I'm forgetting. Yeah, well, essentially, a fugitive and a vagabond, man. Yup.
Yeah, it says, "He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night.
Yup.
The eye also which have seen him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. His bones are full of sin. His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust.
It's deep in these devils that do iniquity, man. Go ahead.
It says, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of ass within him.
It's the poison. It's just like a snake slithers around, and when it catches you, it poisons you, man. That's what gall is. It's basically poison. All right, go ahead.
It says, he has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up.
Yup.
Again, the Most High shall cast them out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of ass. The viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down.
Meaning it ain't gonna be sweet. It's not gonna be sweet for him, man. You know, it ain't gonna be smooth, and butter is smooth. It represents being smooth, man. Honey represents, something sweet. Like the land of milk and honey. Meaning it's gonna be very plenteous. There ain't gonna be nothing sweet for Esau, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, he shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. So all these corporations that Esau set up throughout the four corners of the earth to steal the natural resources of these different nations, man, he gonna have to get that up, man. It's gonna be taken from him.
Yeah.
Because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away in house which he built not. Surely he shall not feel quietness, and he's not feeling quietness. Every time you turn on the TV, it's a new crisis brewing somewhere, whether it be in the Middle East, whether it be in America, the healthcare reform bill. It's always a crisis, the debt ceiling. He's not gonna feel no quietness, man. It's always gonna be a crisis, back-to-back crisis or event that's gonna take place one after another. That's part of him not feeling his quietness. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired.
Right, because what he desires is new world order, man. That's what it boiled down to. The new world order is coming right. They're gonna try to implement their plans, man. That's why they're gonna push forth that chip down your face. All right? That's why they're pushing homosexuality in people's face. All right? Feminine men is being pushed in your face. All right? That's a part of read that again?
Yeah, come. It says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired.
Right, that's what he desires, man. He's not gonna get what he desires, man. All right? He's getting a portion of it, but he's not gonna fully fulfill his excellency.
One of his desires was to take down those countries in the Middle East, Lebanon, Syria. That's not going as good. Yeah, it's not going according to plan. Now you got the Iranians coming out saying we got proof that United States is funding ISIS, man.
I didn't watch it. I sent it. You watched it?
I watched some of it, man. He said we have solid evidence the United States is funding ISIS and these other terrorist groups. Now the United States is in a quagmire because they're funding terrorist groups in the Middle East. And you got a sovereign nation that's being backed by Russia fighting these terrorists. And the United States is fighting to protect the terrorists, in which they funded, man. So there's a quagmire,
This is Psalms chapter 7, verse 15. It says, he made a pit and digged it and is fallen into the ditch which he made.
Yeah, so he used 9/11 as a justification to go into the Middle East and steal natural resources. Yeah, build up the poppy plant or whatever, As part of that pit. Now over here they had to fund programs for heroin, Edomites that's on heroin.
Handing out syringes.
And what is that? The overdose drug. That's one. Another thing is now he's funding the same terrorists that he said he wants to fight, man.
Nothing new under the sun. Al-Qaeda.
He's not looking.
Same thing.
Yo, it's not good to be a so-called white man. So-called white people will tell you. So-called white men will tell you that there's a war on single heterosexual white men. You know, it's not good to be a so-called white man. Man.
Psalm chapter 7, verse 16. It says, "His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate."
Yeah, so you've been terrorizing these nations. These nations are going to seek to terrorize you by your policy, by your United States foreign policy. You know, you've been bringing forth hell upon these nations. They're going to bring hell upon you. Let me bring this up. Finish this up. It says, "Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods." These nations not gonna be looking for your IMF, your Federal Reserve System, you know, your euro,
Petrodollar.
your petrol. Yup. It says, "There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him." There you're gonna have your insurrection amongst the people. These people gonna rise up against your policies. When they start losing everything that they have, start losing their livelihoods, they gonna take to the streets and start protesting.
2 Ezra 15.
You know?
Shall be sedition among men.
Yeah, because that's in the scriptures. Great insurrection that's gonna come to the streets of America. That's in the scriptures, man.
Yeah, bring that out. Go to the point.
It's 15.
Right. This is 2 Ezra 15, verse 16. "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power."
Sedition means an uprising. You know, the United States government been preparing for an uprising since like the 70s, to be honest with you. You know, that's why they built them concentration camps. But there's gonna be sedition amongst men in this society, and people are not gonna be willing to listen to the politicians no more, Republicans or Democrats, you know? Because they tried the political system and they're figuring out that it's bullshit. The system's rigged, right? It's not made for the common man or the middle class man. It's set up for the rich to get richer and for the poor to get poor by policy. That's why you have different bills like Dodd-Frank and the housing crisis. Those Wall Street bankers, they got rich. And them same Wall Street bankers and JP Morgan and Chase Manhattan, so on and so forth, they're in government. So he went from the private sector to the public sector. And the ones in government went from the public sector to the private sector. And they make money, you know?
Hell yeah.
So they're not gonna give a shit about what the government got to say, man. In those days when all hell breaks loose, when the society tanks, when there's wars, and their children are sent off over there to the Middle East and they don't come back, they ain't gonna care, man. These people ain't gonna care, man.
Hell no.
Yeah, come on. There's Psalm chapter 10, verse 2.